Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and happy November and Thanksgiving and
which is right around the corner.
Christmas shopping.
It's like, what, 9 Sundays away, someone just said? And I was trying to count in my head, is that right? Oh, yeah, it's about
that sounds about right.
9 more Sundays and Christmas will be here.
So just a reminder, the library closes, we'll be closing at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, November 24th. We let the staff go home. We're not usually busy that evening, so we close at 5.
I think everyone's home baking or prepping their meal, right?
And then we'll be closed on Thursday, November 25th for the Thanksgiving holiday, but we'll see you Friday the 26th at 10 a.m. We have a few things going on for adults in November. The first is an author talk with author Julie Talba on Wednesday, November 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Julie's a local author, and I've read both of her books that she has out, and I absolutely love them. She's here to talk about her newest book, The Dead Are Rising, which is a work of historical fiction set against the dual backdrops of 1930s, 1940s Berlin, Germany, and modern-day Pittsburgh. It's a book about family relationships and the lies that people tell and the secrets they keep, all to keep that delicate balance going. This was really...
Sounds very interesting.
It was incredibly interesting, and what comes out is very is historically significant.
Okay.
I read that one second, but she's also the author of, I love this book, The Tears of Yesteryear. So it's a coming-of-age novel set in the early 1900s Homestead, back when the steel mills were a real big thing, but life was anything but a royal dream for the thousands of immigrants who settled here from Eastern Europe. Really, really good.
And that's an adult one as well, or
It's
a young adult?
You know what? They could be read by young adults, but it is technically an adult book.
Okay.
But there's nothing in it that would keep a teen from reading it. Really, really good. I highly recommend both of them. We have a program on saving for retirement Thursday, November 4th at 6:30 p.m. presented by David Frick, who's a CPA and also an MBA. With a typical American family having limited or no retirement savings, it appears that saving for retirement may not be a high priority for the average family. Or maybe it's just not possible for some people. Like growing up, that was not possible for my family. But come find out why this approach can destroy the golden years of your life, of course, and explore various strategies for saving for retirement, including employer retirement plans, IRAs, and others. Rob will be teaching More Than eBooks class on Tuesday, November 16th at noon. So, we offer more than just ebooks. There are e-magazines, movies, music, language courses, graphic novels that are also available on your phone or device, all for free. So Rob will teach you in this class the other resources that are available with your library card. I know he has up there right now, for October, there was some of the classic horror films that are available on Hoopla.
Right. Yes.
So
there's honestly, I know we've talked about it before on the show, but so many free resources out there.
Yeah,
Robert, for his job, has to learn Excel. And
love Excel.
He was like, can Jerry teach me Excel? Or I guess I'll just, YouTube it. I'm like, no, we actually have a class through that new, it's not Universal, I can't think of the database.
It's Udemy or Gale.
Right.
But they have I call it Udemy, but they say Udemy. So
Udemy,
okay.
Right. So yeah, really, there's so many classes out there, both for just like pleasure, right? If you're looking just like for photography class or something, that you have an interest in, like a hobby, but also so many,
work-related or things of substance.
Right.
Microbiology.
Yes.
I love it. And there is a universal class on microbiology.
You do have quite an interest in that.
I like it. I really do.
Yeah. So if you're not sure how to find those, always just come in and ask, because you can get them to them off of our website, and it's just wonderful to know how to do that and to actually utilize them.
And it's free.
And it's free. Yeah.
And we have Intro to UFO Studies on Sunday, November 28th at 6:30. Yes, I did say Sunday. This is presented by Sam Calissimo and Fred Saluga of MUFON, which is the Mutual UFO Network. So the MUFON is a U.S.-based nonprofit organization composed of citizen volunteers who study reported UFO sightings. It is one of the oldest and largest organizations of its kind, claiming thousands of members worldwide in more than 43 countries and all 50 states. So come join us on Sunday evening, November 28th, for an introduction to UFO studies. So what do you think?
I knew this class was coming up. I have a friend who's interested, and they said, make sure you tell me when it is. And so I'm glad you mentioned it. I had to get the flyer because I couldn't think of it off the top of my head. But he's very interested in coming. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. What's your take on it?
Well, I watch the X-Files repeats every night on
Do you really?
Comet, yes. Because I
never
think
seen
it
that
still
show.
holds up. I don't know. I mean, could
Yeah.
it be like secret government tests, not necessarily alien craft?
Right,
Yeah. I
right.
mean, I think there's things in the sky that we don't know what they are, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're alien. So,
But do you believe that there's life on other planets?
how could there not be?
Right. That's what, yeah.
I think it's a very selfish thing to think
Point
that
of
we're
view
the
to think
only
that we're the only
intelligent
ones. Yeah.
life force in the universe, and we don't even know what else is out there. We
Yeah.
only know what we have the equipment to see at
Right.
this point. So
Right.
I'll stay
Crazy to
open.
think about when you really think about it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's hard to wrap your head around it.
Yeah, I'm going to tend my own garden and stay here in my
Yes.
little part of the world. So with holidays coming up, maybe you need a good pie crust recipe, or how to make a easy to assemble wreath. So I
Yes.
put together some holiday entertaining books for you to enjoy. Are you hosting family and friends this holiday season? Set a table they won't forget with amazing food, cocktails, and decor from these top books of the season. Baking for the Holidays, 50 plus treats for a festive season. Here's a holiday baking book to celebrate this very special time of year. Sarah Kiefer, beloved baker behind the Vanilla Bean blog, offers more than 50 delicious recipes for seasonal brunches, cookie swaps, and all those Christmas, Hanukkah, and New Year's Eve parties. Delight family and friends with edible gifts and whip up some delicious baked goods to treat yourself through the long winter months after the holidays are over. Recipes include triple chocolate peppermint bark, Meyer lemon white chocolate scones, pear almond Danish bread, hot chocolate bread, and pumpkin pie with candied pepita streusel. The Book of Pie, everything you need to know to bake perfect pies. Look no further than the Book of Pie for the only book of pie you'll ever want or need. Erin Jean McDowell, New York Times contributing baker extraordinaire and top food stylist, wrote The Book on Pie, a comprehensive handbook that distills all you'll ever need to know for making the perfect pie. The book starts with the basics, including ways to mix pie dough for extra flaky crusts, storage and freezing, recipe size conversions, and expert tips for decorating and styling before diving into the recipes for all different kinds of pies, including fruit, custard, cream, chiffon, savory, and mini. Find everything from classics like apple and pumpkin pie to more inspired recipes like birthday cake pie and caramel pork pie with chili and scallions. With helpful tips, photographic guides, and inspirations, it's almost like having Erin in the kitchen baking pies with you. 2021 Christmas with Southern Living inspired ideas for holiday cooking and decorating. From the editors at Southern Living, discover fun and creative ways to decorate, entertain, and handcraft gifts for the holidays. Sparkling menus and easy decor ideas, along with more than 100 brand new recipes from the professionals of the South's most trusted kitchen, make entertaining a breeze for celebrations of all sizes. The editors of Southern Living reveal their favorite cooking tips and make ahead secrets to take the pressure off hosting and put the focus on family and friends. There's also a special Gifts from the Kitchen section with recipes for treats to wrap and share. Spectacular Spreads, 50 amazing food spreads for any occasion. In this follow-up to her best-selling Beautiful Boards, Megan Brown takes her super popular snack boards to the next level, filling a table or kitchen counter with 50 delicious, inspiring, family-friendly, and easy-to-put-together food spreads and DIY bars for all occasions. Not just a cookbook, but an entertaining resource, Spectacular Spreads features over 250 recipes, gorgeous photography, and endless ideas that you can follow to a T or mix and match. The author shares her tips and tricks for effortless, stress-free, and foolproof entertaining that will impress your guests and feed a hungry crowd, all while allowing you to relax and enjoy the occasion. Very Merry Cocktails, 50 festive drinks for the holiday season. This book has something for every holiday occasion, whether it's a kid-friendly cookie party, an elegant New Year's Eve soiree, or a cozy night in for two. Make and enjoy seasonal drinks like hot buttered rum, the holiday Bellini, tis the season sangria, and foamy Mexican hot chocolate. Recipes range from timeless classics and classics with a twist to party punch bowls and zero-proof libations. With just the right amount of Christmas kitsch, this is an essential collection for cocktail enthusiasts, holiday hosts, and anyone who loves the holiday season. So come on into the library and check out one today. Okay, so Missy Lane, do you make your own pie crust?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
Is that like something that I should be ashamed of?
No.
I feel like it should be, but I don't. I love to cook. We've had this
I
conversation.
love to cook.
Love to cook.
No, I don't love to cook. I will cook.
I actually enjoy cooking,
know you
but I
do.
don't enjoy baking.
Yeah.
So if I'm putting a pie together, it's a store-bought crust.
Yeah, I buy the store-bought in the freezer or sometimes a Pillsbury.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to judge.
I like savory pies, like shepherd's pie and
Me too.
okay.
I'm
Well,
not. Yeah, shepherd's pie, chicken pot pie. If it doesn't have peas in it,
Oh,
right? I'm
you
kind of
and
picky.
Bill with the peas,
No, I can't
okay.
do peas. But yeah, I'm more savory than sweet.
I like savory and cocktails. There's a cocktail book in that list too. So
Ooh.
there is Tis the Season Sangria, which made me think of you because I know you like sangria.
I do indeed.
So you can see, come in and borrow one of those or many of the other titles that we have. I just pulled out some that were from this year.
Yeah,
so.
that's a great idea for this time of year.
Yeah, we're going to do a display. So come up and check it out.
Awesome.
But that's what I have going on over in Adult World.
Okay, so over on the children's side, our weekly story times are over. We are on break for the month of December. We will start back up again in January, and that will be printed in our new flyer, which I think I already mentioned is in the works. Miss Heather is currently working on it upstairs as we speak. So that will be out very shortly, and you'll have the dates in there. There are still some things taking place in November, though, of course. Miss Sarah will be doing Who Are the People in Your Neighborhood? And I love this idea. She's doing it for 3 weeks, and every week she will have a different guest speaker, someone from the community who will share a little bit more about his or her job, what they do, why it's important, and then the kiddos will have a chance to ask them questions, which is always fun, too. So I'm not going to give away who
No, I don't
the
think you
special
should.
guests are. But she has a great lineup and it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's Thursdays in November, November 4th, 11th, and 18th at 1 p.m. We're also doing Tiempo de Cuentos Mondays in November, November 8th through the 29th at 10 a.m. And this is a little Spanish story time for preschoolers and their caregivers. And we'll just learn the basics. We'll share some bilingual stories. We'll sing some songs. And then there'll be a cultural activity to do at the end of each class. Giggle and Wiggle is making its comeback. This is a program that we started, gosh, like I feel like it's been 10 years.
I think it's
I think it has.
probably-
That's what I printed in the description. 10 years ago, we started this Giggle and Wiggle class, and it's always just been a favorite of mine, but I feel like also a favorite of patrons as well. So we're bringing that back for a special day on Thursday, November 11th at 10 and 11 a.m. We'll have 2 different sessions. You can sign up for this fun, I don't know really how to describe it. It's a music and movement class
music
because
and
that's all we
movement.
do
That's
is sing and
perfect.
dance and play and have fun and be really, really silly together. So if that sounds like fun, make sure you sign up for that. All of these November programs are requiring registration, and you can do that beginning November 1st. Then we have our annual holiday gingerbread workshop because I'm big on tradition and I just feel like I couldn't take this away yet. We had to keep it going. So this day is a fun day. It's a little bit of a messy day, but we don't mind the cleanup. So we're inviting you to come to our annual gingerbread workshop. Stop by between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. and make a gingerbread house to take home and to add to your holiday decor. We're going to provide you with the iced tea cartons and the graham crackers. We do ask that you bring a can of icing and a bag of candy to share. And these always, I don't know, it's just fun. Some of them get quite elaborate. Some of them are very basic. Some have a theme, just like when you go downtown,
Yes.
right?
I
Which
was
is one of
just
my
gonna
favorite
bring
things
that up.
to do.
Yeah.
A lot of the kids will get into it and like come up with a theme. So it's always fun to watch. And
I like the creative way that they use some of the candies that I never would have thought of.
yes. like making shingles on a roof out of,
Yes.
like shredded wheat. Someone brought
Shredded
cereal
wheat.
lesson. It doesn't have to be candy. Get creative. You can bring
Yeah.
pretzels. You can bring cereal. What else? Like shredded coconut. Someone did coconut
for like
the
snow.
grass. Yeah, they dyed it green and they brought it. So that
Oh,
was a great
great.
idea too. So it doesn't have to be candy. Just bring something to share with the group. Again, Saturday, November 27th, between the hours of 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. And a couple other things for our little older kids, like our elementary kids and our tween-agers, grades 3 through 6. I guess this would be most appropriate for. But we're asking soldiers and sailors to come and do a military footlocker program.
I talked about this at council meeting, and
Oh,
I
good.
really want to go to this. And
They're
I
fascinating.
really pushed it at council because I
Good.
figured there are adults too that would really like. So
Oh, absolutely. And so
grab-
parents
grab
are
a-
welcome to
yeah.
stay to this class. I think you'll find it just
or
as... Mm-hmm.
grandparents, grab a grandkid, a niece, a nephew.
Right, but basically what it is like how has life in war changed throughout the years? Everything from like the uniforms that they wore and the weapons that they used to, the training that they had to go through and
It seems
equipment and everything else.
very fascinating. If you think just from like Civil War
Mm-hmm.
until, I don't know, Vietnam War,
Yeah,
the difference
Yeah,
in
it's amazing.
transportation and how
Right.
the Civil War, they walked everywhere.
right.
By
Yeah,
the time I got to the battle, I'd be half dead.
right. So yeah, comparisons will be made, like Christine just said, all the way from the Civil War up into, I think they go up to Desert Storm.
Yes.
And they bring lots of different items to look at with them. That's what it's a Foot Locker. So that's compare and contrast military Foot Locker on Thursday, November 4th at 6:30 p.m. Again, grades 3 through 6, but we're not like, super strict on that. Older people are welcome to stay as well, and parents are welcome to stay. It will be limited just because of
Space. Right.
but older people can definitely stay for that program and attend it as well. And then Mondays in November at 6:30 p.m., November 8th through the 15th, we're going to do a class on extreme weather.
I love this.
Like tornadoes and hurricanes and blizzards and what else? What's another example of an extreme?
Microburst,
Ooh, there you go.
I don't know, ice storm.
Yeah, there's a lot. So you'll learn about those types of weather and weather safety, like what to do in that type of situation. You also get to make your own tornado in a bottle. You'll learn the different types of clouds, and you'll learn how to make a family emergency kit to stay safe during extreme weather conditions.
Very good.
So that's for grades 3 through 5. Registration, again, for that one will open up on November 1st. So I think that's it. Again, just be on the lookout for our winter flyer. Winter Reading Club will be included in that flyer. We're excited to offer a reading wonderland. I'm excited to decorate the department for winter. I don't really love winter. It's probably my least favorite season.
Mine
but it's
too.
fun to decorate for winter, right? And it's fun to, dress for winter because I do like leggings and cozy sweaters.
Yes.
So that will be starting this winter as well. Prizes will be available.
Sorry.
We'll base it on the number of minutes that you read. So it'll all be explained in our flyer, but you'll get a little bookmark when you sign up and you can kind of track your minutes that way. And that too is for all ages. So be on the lookout for our Winter Reading Wonderland. So that's all I have as far as programming, but we do have a very special guest that I'm excited to introduce. We recently hired a new staff person up in the children's department. We are very excited to have her on board. Her name is Miss Megan. She'll now be working part-time for us, 20 hours a week, but she is very familiar with the library already because she is an avid reader, as are her children, and so she frequented the library ever since she moved here to Bethel Park. So she's been coming here as a patron for a long, long time, and now she will be working here with us as well. So we'll be right back where we'll get to interview and get to know Miss Megan a little bit better. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Kathy Moscato, Bethel Park Assistant Recreation Director, and I'm excited to tell you that No Cook Tuesdays will be returning to the Community Center Playground parking lot October 5th, running from 4 to 7 p.m. through November 23rd. No Cook Tuesdays will bring you a variety of food vendors every Tuesday, so you can come and pick up your dinner and not have to cook. Looking forward to seeing you here on Tuesdays, 4 to 7 p.m.
Welcome back, everyone. And we are here now with Miss Megan, our newest hire up in the Children's Department. We are thrilled that she was able to join us today for the show, just to tell us a little bit about yourself. And we are super thrilled that she is now on board with us up there in the Children's Department as well. So welcome, Megan, to the show.
Thank you.
And welcome again to the Bethel Park Public Library, because you are pretty new, right? We are looking at just week number 2, I think, for you, but you are fitting in seamlessly already, and just, you've taken off. So let's just start there. We are so excited to have you on board. Why are you excited to work at the library? What are you looking most forward to with this new position?
Yeah, so I am super excited to be here. We moved to Bethel Park in 2007 from Maryland. And when we moved here, the library sort of became my happy place. It was the place I brought my kids. I met people. And yeah, so I've been coming for a long time and enjoying the Children's Department and the library for a long time. And I'm just excited to be able to join and work there now. And
excellent.
Yeah.
Just seems like a good fit, right?
It
And I remember
is.
you
It's a
saying
great
that
fit.
in the interview as well. And that was one of the things that I kind of just stuck with me, that it was your happy place.
Yeah.
And I think for so many families, especially young moms with new kids, it does become that, not just your happy place, but that comfort place, right? Somewhere where you can bring the kids on a rainy day or when you just need to get out of the house, right? The library is a great place to come, not only because of the services that we provide and the classes that you can attend, but just for the play part and the socialization and, of course, the books, right? So that's wonderful. And I want to mention that I think that happens for a lot of new families, and I think that's one of the things that we can pride ourselves on is, being a welcoming space and making everybody feel at home. Make it be a place that they want to return to.
definitely. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your background, and then maybe what you like to do in your spare time.
Okay, so I actually am an engineer through my education, but I started teaching math shortly after college. So I taught middle and high school math in Maryland for a few years, and then stayed home with my kids for quite a number of years. And then a few years ago, I went and got my yoga teaching certification. So so I was teaching yoga at a local studio and doing some math tutoring on the side over the last few years. And
there's many reasons that I'm excited to have you on board, but you just named 2 of them, right? Because math is not my forte, and I think it's going to be wonderful to be able to offer our older kids, especially our tweens and teens, some of that math help, math tutoring. And I know you have a math lab coming up this winter that kids can attend if you just do need a little extra help, homework help, or to prepare for a test. Miss Megan's your gal.
Yes.
So kudos to you, because I could never do it. And then, tell us about the yoga instruction. What made you want to go get your certification to become a yoga instructor?
Yeah, so I actually did like a Mommy and Me class when my oldest, who's now 17, when we still
time
lived
does
in
fly.
Maryland. Yeah, and it was great. It's just a great way to relieve stress and feel, a little more at home in your body, and get out all the kinks and aches and pains, especially when you're carrying little ones around all the time. And then I started practicing again when we moved here and found a studio I really liked, and that the community there was great. And it was just a good way to kind of ease back into teaching in a new way.
Definitely.
Yeah, and work just a little bit, just a couple hours a week there. So that was really fun, and I'm excited to bring that here.
Offering that too to our patrons coming up this winter. You're going to start with a Little Yogis program, right? For yoga for the little ones with mommy or whoever, an adult caregiver. It'll be a class that they can take together. But then in the future, we look forward to you offering classes to older kids as well.
Yes.
For our teens.
Yes, I'm really excited about that.
You kind of you've inspired me to kind of get back into yoga as well. My mother faithfully gets up and does it every morning. I've tried it here and there, and it's funny because I do enjoy it once I go, but I just don't seem to do it consistently. Like I never stick with it. And I do know that it has so many benefits.
Yes. Yeah, I do a
inspires
little
me.
bit, at least a little bit every day. Because
Do
if
you?
I don't, I start to feel it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel so much better when I do.
And do you
so I'm a
usually
big
do it in the
believer.
morning? Do you think there's a better time to do yoga?
No, I think any time's good. Yeah, and you can do
Okay.
it sitting in a chair. You can do it, you know,
Right.
even in your car. Get
Right.
some neck stretches in or something, you know. So yeah,
Excellent.
don't have to dedicate a whole hour or go to a studio. Even,
Right.
So.
Okay, so that's your background. Your background's
Yeah.
in math, and now you have this background in yoga. What else do you like to do for fun? What are your hobbies, or what do you and your family enjoy doing together?
Yeah, so we really like hiking as a family. We do that a lot. We go to a family camp at Deer Valley YMCA camp every year faithfully, and so
Nice.
that's a lot of like outdoor stuff like kayaking and hiking and
Yes.
pickleball and fun things like that. And yeah, my
Fun.
kids are very active, so I watch a lot of sports, soccer,
Which is
and
always fun
dance,
too.
and
I
yes.
miss that. With my boys being grown, that's like one of the things I miss most is
Yeah.
cheering at those games. I know you were just at
Yes.
a tough loss, but the
Yes.
team did extremely well, right? I'm assuming it was a
They did. The high school, Bethel Park's high school girls soccer team, they made the playoffs for
was
the
a
second
playoff
year in a
game.
row
Right.
after
Was
a
it the
long
first
drought.
playoff game?
It was.
Okay.
And we had a really good seed, so we had a home game. And it went to
But it went to double overtime,
two overtimes
right?
and a penalty shootout, and yeah, so it
talk
was a
about
little bit of a
stressful.
heartbreaker.
Probably needed
but
some yoga after that.
I did, for sure.
But
Yes.
how fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, you have 4 kids in the district.
I do.
Your oldest being 17,
Lily, she's a
right?
senior. Mm-hmm.
And then your youngest is
Is 11. She's in 6th grade. So yeah, yep, in 3 different
Wonderful.
buildings still. So Neil IMS and 2 at the high school.
great. And I know they are avid readers as well.
They are.
You used to
yeah.
frequent the library as a patron, so again, now we're happy to have you on board as an employee. So we hope you'll stop in soon to meet Miss Megan in person. And again, be on the lookout for her yoga class and the upcoming math lab that we had mentioned. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. As always, if you have any questions about any of the things that we talked about on today's show, you know what to do. Go ahead and give us a call,
Visit our website.
or better yet, stop in and see us in person. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next month. Take care.